Hey everybody, got a few things I want to mention here for this video, and I didn't get any racing this week because I've been working on a car trying to get it better for hard tire. And the first person I want to mention is Kyle Morrison, and over at Crispy Chicken Racing's, his YouTube channel, and he won Pure Street at Newport Raceway this weekend. So congratulations to him. And Landon Walker won 7-0 at Skelton Raceway at Sykeston, Missouri. And congratulations to him. And also Lanny and Landon had a really close race there, and Landon took home the win on that one. Good job, little buddy. And also Trey Williams won Main Street at Skelton Raceway also. So congratulations to him. He's got that little Nova running good. And the changes that we've been making to the Mustang, as far as like the rear suspension and things of that nature, is really starting to pay off, I think. I haven't had the chance to get it at a drag strip yet, but let's just say I made some test passes with it, and it's starting to come around. We this last change we made, the relocation brackets for the lower control arms, it's helping. And I made one hit with it, and first I just kind of eased into it to get going, and once it got to rolling a little bit, I got after it pretty hard, and was really after it hard. When I hit second, it just went to squalling the tires. It was still moving, but it was really trying to eat them tires up. And so I thought, well, I'll make another hit, and this time I just kind of progressively got into it and maybe moved 10 foot, and I clicked it in the second, and then I really got after it, and it took it, and it went. So before we made some of these changes, as soon as you hit the gas in first gear, it just ate them up. And now it's starting to, as I kind of slowly get into it, it's taking it now. And I want to work with tire pressure and see what works with it, but we're starting to make some progress with this little car, I think. So I'm trying to get it more prepared for the hard tire street, or hard tire class, but I think we're getting somewhere. And I don't have a draggy, but I got a couple buddies that's got them, and hopefully I can do some testing and get some times on it and see how we're doing. But I think this little car's starting to come around. So anyways, didn't get no racing this week, like I said, because I've got, I've been having to work on it. I was wanting to go to the race with Kyle and Chelsea over at Newport, but I just got the wrenching on the car, and I run out of time, and it just didn't work out. But congratulations to them and everybody on your wins. Oh, and something else I'll do here is I'll show some video of some of the work that we've been doing on the car. And maybe if some of y'all got a Foxbody and want to get in this hard tire stuff, maybe y'all can use some of this stuff. Or if you have some advice or something that might be helpful, throw that in the comments. So, but like I said, I know, when is it? Like in a month or two, they're going to have another one of those races at Dyersburg, like we was at. And with their hard tire class, I know they have the all-wheel drives in it. And we will definitely be more prepared this time. And no excuses, I just wasn't prepared like I should have been. Or I didn't have the experience either. And I'm starting to get some more experience with the hard tire, and hopefully be putting on a lot better showing this time. So we will see y'all at the, let's see, that'll be on the 660, I think is what it is. But anyways, we'll see y'all later, and here's some more video of the changes we've been making to the car. So see y'all. Alright, we're going to be working on the Mustang today for trying to get it more prepared to be able to do the hard tire classes. And we've already made some modifications to it, and I'll be showing that to you here in just a little bit. And we're going to just put in the work to where we can run with these all-wheel drive cars, and even the ones that's two-wheel drive. These guys are starting to figure this stuff out. There's some really fast ones out there right now, so we're going to be making some changes and see what we can do to compete. So alright, see y'all here in just a little bit. Alright everybody, we're here up underneath the Mustang of mine, and I'm going to show you these BMR relocation brackets for the lower control arms. And that's them right there. This hole right here where that bolt went through, you have to drill that out because that bolt is too big to go through that stock hole on the rear end. And then where this bolt goes through, that sleeve that went through my control arm, that sleeve was too small, so I had to get that out and put it into a vise and drill it out so that bolt would fit through there, because the hardware with this BMR kit is larger than what the factory stuff is. And this right here, that went right in, and it can be difficult when you're trying to get these bolts to line up with this rear end, trying to get it to move. But something to also keep in mind, we tried the, what was it, the middle hole? Yeah, I tried the middle hole, and it drastically, and I know that one would be real bad, but it drastically lowered this car. Like, it wasn't rubbing, but we was afraid that it would with much bounce at all to it. So even with this hole, it's still going to lower it down. But I will say that I haven't had it on the track yet, but just going down the road with it, this kit I think makes a difference. And also right here, that's they've got a hole here and one on the opposite side. They say that you can drill it out and put a hole in it, but we just went ahead and welded this up to make this more solid. But this kit I think is going to make a difference, because it lowers the control arm, and you're getting in this stuff there that the gurus know all about, but I'm still learning. But and then this is the BMR relocation kit that they offer. And like I said, you are going to have to do some drilling to get these to work, but I think it does make a difference. So, and that's one of the ways that we're trying to get this thing to be more competitive in the hard tire class. So something else, if you're interested, some more tricks that we're trying on here. And keep in mind, this is for the Foxbody platform as far as the Mustangs go, is right here. This, I got this from a stock car shop, or they supply mostly stock car stuff, and they used to use these. Well, all it is a bracket that bolts up around your rear end, and then it has these 2 points to where you bolt this weight up. That weight's about 25 pounds, but this is weight that's directly on the rear end, and it, instead of it messing with the suspension as far as the geometry and all that, this is just a constant weight that's on that rear end, and we're trying this out to see if it'll help. And also, you have the factory sway bar, which is this right here. Well, my good friend Lanny Walker, he was told this trick by another gentleman, which I'm not sure if that guy wants his name on YouTube or not, but if he does, I'll try to find out and get his name on here. But we made these brackets, or Lanny made these brackets, and we doubled up the sway bar. And I know there'll probably be people maybe saying, well, get you an anti-roll bar. Well, when you're on the budget right now like I am, you just, this kind of old school stuff, you find ways to make it work. And I'd love to have an anti-roll bar, but right now it's just not really in the budget, because I'm trying to do several things right now with this car, and it's just not, folks. But anyways, we'll get there. But for right now, we're trying to double this up, and that's kind of acting like an anti-sway bar as far as stiffening this up to where when the body's trying to roll, that we're hoping that this right here will stiffen it up to where that it may still roll some, but we're trying to eliminate what we can of it. So that's just another trick we're trying on here. And of course, since we've done this, I've just had it on the street tire, so we ain't really hooked it up real hard to tell how much it's making a difference. But we're just trying to kind of chip away at ways to make the suspension work better. So but yesterday we took it out and made a couple hits with it, and it seems like the combination of all this stuff, and especially with the relocation brackets, that it's starting to hook up better than what it did. Like I said, I ain't had it on track yet, but we will. And it's just a combination of different things. We're trying to get this to add up, and I know if I have to, I can put more weight on it or in the trunk, but then again, yes, you're gaining possible traction, but you're also making your car heavier, which is going to slow it down. So I know it's trying to find that balance, but we're trying to figure out ways to make the suspension and everything work to where I don't have to add a bunch of weight to this car. So just and eventually we'd like to, once we get to where I can financially, is put a nitrous kit on this car to where we can adjust it to where it's gradually brought in, so where I can get off the line good and just kind of progress it to where we can be getting some mile per hour out of this thing. Because when you're dealing with all drives and stuff, yes, they're going to leave hard off that line, but I'm going to try to get it to where I can mile per hour them out the back end. So, but even with trying to get the mile per hour out the back end, you don't want to give them too much of a head start, because them some good running rigs. I mean, you're talking 700 horsepower. I mean, yes, they do have the weight, but that's still 700 horsepower. So I got to limit how much of a head start they get on me, and then trying to mile per hour them, unless we can figure out a way to get this thing just a dead hook. And that's going to be interesting. But like I said, you just work, think. Got buddies like Lanny and Kyle and other friends that trying to help me with this, and we'll get this figured out. So anyways, that's just what we're doing right now. I've got a few other things I'm working on this car right now, but no racing this week, folks, so sorry about that, but it just happens. So we'll try to get some racing in next week, and I will be testing on this hard tire. So I'm not even sure I'm gonna put my drag radials back on it, because I want to figure out this hard tire. So anyways, we will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great week, and God bless. All right, see y'all. Alright, so I just took the little car out, and it seems that it does a lot better taking off from first, but if I'm wide open when I hit second, it starts breaking the tires loose and just squalls them off. But if I will take off in first, and as soon as I get rolling, click it in the second, and then I can really get after it, and it goes in. So I think we're making some headway. Of course, that's, you know, I'll have to get out to the, depending on the drag strip, and test and see what works and what doesn't work there. But we may be onto something. I think these suspension modifications is helping. So hopefully we can get some times and just kind of see what we're doing with this thing. So anyways, I'm hopeful with it. So I didn't get no GoPro on it when I was making a little test with it, but trust me, it's getting there. So alright, y'all have an awesome week. See y'all. I was editing this video, almost done, and something I just realized is I did thank Kyle and Lanny for all their help on this car, but I have to thank Bobby for letting me use his shop this weekend and his help that he gave me on the car. and if it wasn't for him, this car probably wouldn't be running, because he's done a lot of work on this thing with me. So, and, just thank you, Bobby and Kyle and Lanny and all of you, and just everybody that's helped on this car. Thank you very much. Hey, something I didn't show you after putting on these relocation brackets and stuff. I know the car's tied down on the trailer, but really it's a little bit stiffer now, so the ride height's pretty much on the way it sits. But here's how the car looks now. So it is a little bit lower in the back than the front now, but the car seems to be working a lot better. So that's what we got. So anyways, just gonna show y'all a view of that. So alright, see y'all. God bless.